Hey everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of this season of Pokemon Maker Stream. I say season like I know we're doing another one. I don't know. We tend to do things on the fly around here. I'm Mattilda, and I'm with my co-host Ben.
Hey.
AKA the first stage mid-boss from the Toho games.
Literally all of them.
Yeah. It's a good source of royalty checks, as I understand. Right. So, first things first, we've had a question from the chat, which is, what are your rules of Pokemon repeated between streams? So I think if the chat really wants us to use a repeat Pokemon, we'll try and find another way of doing it.
I mean, there's enough Pokemon we've used badly.
Yeah. However, I think for us, for like the sake of the stream, we'd probably want to avoid doubles where we can, because there are quite a lot of Pokemon.
I mean, also for the sake of the stream, we'd want to avoid doubles where we can, because this idea is only going to get worse if we have to try and have synergy at the same time.
To be fair, I usually actually find doubles teams are easier to make.
Yeah, but you're thinking about how to make them when you do that. You're like making choices.
No, Ben, you've seen how I make my teams usually. It's literally, oh look, I'm going in OU, so I'll go down to PU.
Yeah, but there's still, like, thought there.
If thought you mean, oh, I want a special attacker. Right, I'll sort PU Pokemon by special attack.
I mean, I want a special attacker is more thought than what's okay-ish looking turquoise Pokemon that doesn't fly. And speaking of Pokemon which fill none of those categories, except perhaps okay-ish looking, we have Lapras, who is actually pretty good. Oh, we have used Lapras before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, however, we used the physical Lapras.
So we've got plenty of room for special Lapras.
Yeah.
Special Lapras could be our...
Actually,
I know, we used to...
No, we tried... We tried to use a hydration Lapras.
I think we were going to build physical Lapras and we ran out of moves 2 slots in.
Yeah. I'm not sure what we were trying to do with Lapras, actually. Some kind...
Well, we were...
A weird tank.
Yeah.
That was our attempt
part of our genius rain team.
Yeah. Without a single Pokemon with Drizzle. So without Politoed.
Drizzle when you got Scrafty.
Politoed. So I did something very stupid in doubles the other day. Just looking at Slowbro. Which was, I had a Slowbro with own tempo. And Slowbro Knight. And I partnered it with a Slacking. And I had to do this in Anything Goes because Mogan banned one particular move. But I used Skill Swap on Slowbro with Slacking, obviously. To get rid of its Truant ability. Then I Mega Evolved Slowbro to get rid of Truant on Slowbro.
Nice.
And then the fun part is Slowbro can also learn Swagger, which hits a Pokemon and it gives them the equivalent of a Sword Stance boost, so 2 times attack, and makes it confused. But we just gave it O Tempo, which stops it being confused. So then I had a Sword Stance Slacking running around.
That's pretty good.
And then it died because turns out in doubles, Slacking's bulk isn't enough because they'll just hit it twice. But it was fun while it lasted. So we've had a suggestion.
I'm surprised you didn't go for a Slacking doubles build that's kind of seems more your speed, where you could use an entrainment Durant to give it.
I do love Durant, but the idea of playing around with Skill Swap and Mega Evolution was too fun.
True.
So, We had
Pharaoh.
a suggestion for Pharaoh. Pharaoh, if we just look at its stat, Pharaoh is like the backup generic bird Pokemon from Gen 2?
From Gen 1.
Gen 1 even.
I mean, it's also from Gen 2 by virtue of everything in Gen 2 being backlined in favour of the Gen 1 Pokemon. But that's neither here nor there. Spearow and Pharaoh, kind of their gimmick is, it gets Mirror Move. And now everything gets Mirror Move, and also Mirror Move isn't good.
I remember... So... When I was younger, Mirror Move was like one of those things that I thought was really amazing, because it, like, so few things got it. It had to be good, right?
And I mean, it's a cool, unique effect. If they hit you hard, then you've got...
The other thing that So, I was really annoyed that I had red and therefore couldn't get Ninetales, because just like, oh man, Ninetales get Flamethrower, Fire Blast, and Fire Spin. You know, those are 3 moves worth having on the same Pokemon, right? Or to be fair, in Gen 1, when nothing had any coverage whatsoever.
Yeah, you could have done worse than that. Like, you have a move to use when nothing's using evasion or accuracy lowering stuff. You've got Fire Blast for power. You've got Fire Spin for trapping. That feels almost like a flexible Pokemon.
So I'm gonna go with Sniper, just because it's not a great ability, but it's not Keen Eye.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
So,
does Pharaoh actually get anything? Anything
with a high crit chance?
Doesn't look like it. I mean, it gets Focus Energy, but we've been down that road, I think.
We have. Oh, Drill Run.
Drill Run, and it's also a good ground coverage move.
Yeah.
It does not get Brave Bird.
Nope, we're going to have to Drill Peck.
Oh man, we really are Gen 1ing it, aren't we? Okay, are we going for a choice?
I mean, if we were Gen 1ing it, we might be using Tri Attack.
Oh god.
If not for the fact that it would require some amount of work in, like, adjusting the Pokemon to fit in a team down the line when we copy-paste them, I would say let's just build a Gen 1 team. But also that might require far too much waiting for a stream.
I mean, to be fair, the best way to do a Gen 1 team is actually to just do random battle, because then you can, like, throw out Polywhirls.
Okay, so...
U-turn?
U-turn.
Okay, are we going to give it Roost, or are we going to give it a choice thing?
We don't have the bulk for Roost.
Yeah. Return and then choice band?
There's a part of me that thinks maybe quick attack, but it doesn't really have the
attack
offensive power. Yeah, so return and choice band.
Yeah.
Or frustration and choice band, I guess.
No, we're not going to have our Pokemon be unhappy.
But what if we need to counter the use of not embargo, the other one?
Block?
No, I can't remember what it's called. There's a move that stops Pokemon using moves that you know.
Oh, Imprison?
Yeah, that's the one.
There's a whole load of moves that's just like, like heal block and stuff. That if they didn't have a time limit to run out, they'd be really powerful, but as there is, they're just not.
Maybe next generation there'll be a Pokemon that gets to apply heal block when it comes in as a field ability, and suddenly it'll get the terrain boost of being viable in Generation 8.
Suddenly it would get the terrain boost. I mean, to be fair, like, Heal Block would screw over Chansey and Blissey.
Yeah, you could do things with Heal Block. I'm just going to go and look up what learns Heal Block while you...
Okay, so our next one is Gliscor, which I don't know if was a suggestion, but it was said, which makes it a suggestion.
Gliscor is good.
It is. So Gliscor is a nice, big physical tank, as you can see by its nice, big 125 defense.
It's got immunity to Earthquake. It resists fighting type attacks.
Immunity to electric attacks.
It gets Poison Heal.
Yeah.
Which means we can put a Toxic Orb on it and have it get more and more healed each turn. Or is Toxic Orb or does Poison Heal static?
A Poison Heal is static. But it does it does block for HP
That's
loss.
far more sensible.
It does block for HP loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like...
So...
Okay, I'm thinking we probably want to give it Toxic.
Yeah, Toxic sounds like a sensible thing to
do. Earthquake, in case it runs into Steel types.
Yeah. And Knockoff. I guess you could go. I tend to think of Gliscor as being a fairly offensive tank.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to build it with something different, we could go for like...
And I think... having it kind of physically defensive and then Earthquake and Knockoff for some damage. Hello, Nate and Will.
So we have a suggestion for Sand Slash.
Specifically, we have a suggestion for all Sand Slash all the time.
Can you unfortunately, Species Clause means we can't use both Sand Slashes.
Yeah. So do we want a ground type Sand Slash, or do we want a Ice / Steel type Sand Slash?
I mean, the Ice / Steel... A Lowland Sand Slash has the advantage of having an ability called Slush Rush, which is very fun to say. And also gets slightly better defensive stats to make up for the fact that its typing is
terrible,
relatively terrible.
How do you end up with 2 4x weaknesses?
Because you're adapting to a new environment.
Haven't worked out all the kinks.
That new environment is apparently PU.
Oh dear.
So
I think we have to go Slush Rush because I think Snow Cloak is blocked.
Yeah, I mean it's an evasion ability.
Yeah. Okay, are we doing chat?
I think this has to be a Hail team, right?
We've done that before. Chat, are we doing a Alolan or normal Sand Slash?
Because if we do a normal one, then we could make some form of sand team instead.
Mm.
Okay, normal has been suggested.
Cool.
Definitely the original. Grand. We want classic Sand Slash.
We want Sandrush. I like how Sandrush gives it immunity to Sandstorm. You know, like in fact it's a ground type didn't already do that.
Well, what if it gets soaked?
Yeah. I'm almost tempted to do Focus Punch in case we manage to trick someone on switches.
What, we're going to go for some sort of sub-punch Sand Slash?
I don't even know if we'll have I don't even know if we'll have the substitute. I just like the idea of trying to predict a switch and then punching whatever comes in.
Okay, sure. Focus Punch Sand Slash. Let's do this. We're going to use the Sand Slash. Also, I like the idea of Sand Slash just looking down its great big claws. I'm just going, yeah, forget these. I'm going to punch people.
Sand Slash boxing is fantastic.
Rapid Spin is always a useful move.
Yep.
It does get substitute,
Substitute or sword stance?
Sword stance feels like it's going to be more useful than.
Yeah, particularly as we've already just gone, fuck it, let's give it focus punch. Actually thinking about it, no. I think because otherwise a levitating ghost type is just gonna fuck it over.
Oh, that's true.
An extra knockoff is always a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, it does get rocks. But we probably want to go for.
Would you like Life Orb, Ben?
I mean, Life Orb is good, but I was actually wondering about Focus Sash.
That's true. We are very fragile on the special defense side. Right then. Okay, so we've got Fearow, Gliscor, and Sandslash. Two of these Pokemon give a solid, physically defensive ground core. One of these Pokemon is a Fearow.
At least our Fearow has ground coverage to make up for our lack of ground types. So the good news is there are lots and lots of Pokemon that can learn Sandstorm. So we've got pretty good odds of having one that can use it before the end of this team being built. We just need another Pokemon.
So, given we are doing a Pokemon stream, and we are waiting for suggestions for the next Pokemon, what are your thoughts on the news about Pokemon what are they called? The Eevee and Pikachu.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee?
Yeah, I thought Let's Go, and I was just like, no, that's a mobile game.
Yeah, Let's Go having integration like features involving Pokemon Go is actually the thing that made me finally give Pokemon Go a shot today. At the time, I didn't have a phone that could do it. And then, the craze was over. I didn't feel the need to start turning on my phone's location features for the sake of Pokemon Go. But now I'm going to sit here and I'll be looking at my Switch thinking, there's more I could be doing with this and I don't know what it is. So I started playing Pokemon Go. I think, we've been suggested an Ariados. Ariados, of course, being a Pokemon that's unfortunately not going to be in this next game because it's going to be, by the sounds of it, a fairly straight remake. I mean, of Yellow. They're going to be doing, it sounds like they're doing some stuff like story-wise, like Mewtwo's going to actually be in the game and just go to a cave and there's a Mewtwo in it.
Ooh.
Which is interesting. There'd been enough rumors going around about Kanto remakes that I think this is actually, like, I was actually fairly pleased with this being the form that it's in. Like, it's a spin-off that has like the core battling but does other stuff around it. And well, in a perfect world, that would be like GameCube style all doubles all the time because I never play doubles and it'd be good to have an excuse to play more doubles. I think that if you're gonna do a Kanto remake that doesn't make it more interesting, quite frankly, because it, compared to later games, it's just not the greatest area.
Yeah.
There's not tons of exciting things going on. The scenery is not too striking. So this, I think, is going to be it's got potential. I would be well worried if they hadn't announced a new core series game, but they have. And like the graphics, much like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, look very charming. I think there's a lot of character to them. So
yeah. There's also Pokemon Quest, which looks like somebody at Pokemon got told by their kids about Minecraft. I was just like, how can we use this?
I gather it's kind of the spiritual success to the Pokemon Rumble games, and I sunk about 5 minutes into the 3DS one of those before losing interest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Call me back, I guess, when they make a free-to-play version of the Pokemon Nobunaga's Ambition crossover.
What I'm holding out for is Detective Pikachu, Professor Layton, Phoenix Wright triple crossover.
Okay, we have an Ariados and a Liepard.
Okay, I've done the Ariados while you were talking.
Okay, what's Ariados doing? I wasn't looking.
It's a choice bander with a bunch of priority moves because otherwise it's never going to do anything.
That makes sense. So Liepard, meanwhile, can get Prankster.
Yes. The problem is Liepard doesn't get that many things to use with Prankster.
Yeah.
I almost think...
It gets Encore. Like, I'm looking at the Smogon suggested builds for Liepard because I don't know what you'd do with a Liepard. And Encore's on there, which seems like a decent use of...
Yeah.
It does get nasty plot, but I don't think we've got a team where we can afford to give Liepard buffing time.
I mean, if we give it, rather than Prankster, if we give it Unburden and a Focus Sash.
I'm just thinking Prankster will make out Encore much more effective.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't really get much to do with nasty plot.
Yeah, I think it's Dark Pulse.
Yeah. And Hidden Power.
Hyper Voice, I guess.
Fun?
I guess it gets Hyper Voice, but Hyper Voice is one of those moves where it's only really stands out because so many things that get a Pixelate or similar type ability learn Hyper Voice and use it as their core special attacking move.
Thunderwave or Trick?
I mean, if we're gonna go for if we go for a choice, we could go for like choice Trick.
Yeah.
Because if we're using Encore, we could quite easily Encore to. I'd say give it choice Specs because then we can trick them onto physical things, and most of our moveset doesn't require speed.
Yeah. Oh, I'm afraid, Pagan, we can't have Catwoman. Okay, we've got one slot left for this team.
We have
one slot
a
more.
Team that contains a Pokemon which is very good, and 4 Pokemon which are in PU.
I mean,
but we've found things to do with them. There's the makings of a team here.
Yeah.
Kind of. Amoonguss. Notable for 2 things. 1, it looks like a Pokeball. 2, its name is towards the start of the alphabet.
It also gets Regenerator.
That's a close third. Now, we probably want a special Amoonguss here.
Yeah. Sludge Bomb?
I say Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is a good move.
Energy Drain, and Giga Drain, Grass Knot, or Energy Ball?
I think Giga Drain.
Okay. Synthesis?
We've got Giga Drain and Regenerator. Do we need to dedicate another slot to... Yeah, definitely Spore.
And Foul Play?
Clear Smog? Yeah, Foul Play.
I think no. Let's go Clear Smog just because of otherwise we don't really have much that can handle setup sweepers at the moment.
And we probably want. What do we want on it? If not for Spore, I'd say Assault Vest, but that's far more valuable. We could give it leftovers.
Yeah. Let's just have a really self-healing Among Us. Okay. Oh, I didn't define what gen this was, what format this was in.
I was going to say, I think the last week thing we need to do is start gendering our Pokemon teams.
Yeah.
Like, gendering the Pokemon themselves is one thing, but
points at agenda. Is this a work of an enemy stand?
So, there's some pretty good Pokemon on the other team. But we have a secret weapon. So secret, even I don't know it.
I have no idea how to start this.
We don't have a lead. I don't think it's Liepard, because Liepard kind of needs to be able to trick thing. I mean, I guess if you trick Specs onto something, that could, but...
It's probably got Ice Fang.
Probably. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Wait, does this Yanmega not have speed boost? What's Yanmega's other ability?
Either Tinted Lens... So it must be Tinted Lens.
Yeah, because it didn't frisk. Huh, okay. That's interesting. It's also disappointing because I really like the idea of Yanmega sleeping faster and faster. Okay, well, so far, Thero's performing very well.
Yeah, it's got
Only a little bit of support, but... No, we're definitely going to outspeed this Gardevoir. Okay, Sniper saved the day there, I say, assuming that we wouldn't have...
I mean, if it turns out that Philo can just, you know, one-hit KO a Mega Gardevoir with Drill Peck, that would be kind of amazing.
Okay, so we want to get Amoonguss in here, ideally. And if we can undo its Dragon Dancing.
Aha! I mean, still got outrun Among Us.
Tag out to Gliscor.
Yeah. Toxicate?
What confuses me is why this thing's running... I say why, there's probably no actual reason for why they are running an Aura Break Zygarde here. Unless there's an event move.
Or it might be... What's its other ability? Is it one that turns it into a giant mech that I can...
Oh, that's the point. Yeah, Power Construct is banned, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that...
Because there's no way to stop it from activating. Never mind.
Oh no, there's a really easy way to stop it from activating.
There's no way as the player to stop it from activating.
Oh, it's got Ice Punch.
Well predicted there. No, we could shut down with Liepard. Oh yeah, we got Life Orb.
Life Orb Liepard.
Yeah.
Oh.
We don't want to encore because it's got his choice now. It can only Dragon Dance. So.
U-turn.
Yeah, U-turn should deal damage.
Or
if it.
Oh.
Well, at least it took the attack hit from.
Yep.
Yeah, we've kind of got the problem of not having much that can physically deal damage here.
I think we're going to lose, but I'm kind of surprised at how well this team has done.
Yeah, I mean, we've got them down to Volcanion and a Specs for Alligator. So,
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, now Volcanion's an issue because it's fire water. And our team, it consists of 2 ground types and Liepard.
We could encore Flamethrower.
We could encore Flamethrower, that's true. I mean, we could make use of our intense attacking power from the life orb, but
Oh god. I might need to go and check Liepard's stat.
what do you want to check?
We've got a higher attack than we do special attack.
Oh yeah. I think Liepard might just be really bad at special attacking.
No, it has the same. They have the same base. They have the same base. Oh, okay.
Oh.
So apparently, Are we at one? No.
Well, if we switch, we're going to lose what we switch into.
Yeah.
Focus Sash.
Did you forget that we gave it Focus Slash?
Yeah. I did, I'm going to be honest. I did. It's less like actively forgot, and more I just didn't think about it because I'd already written off Sandslash.
Okay, we are going to get a bit of damage onto
Volcanion.
Volcanion. Not Volcarona. That was last week's Pokemon that we got mashed up by.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wait, cancel.
Oh.
No. Never mind. I was going to say we could trick it, but we can't because we've got a life orb and we won't gain anything out of life orbing it. That went pretty damn well.
Yeah,
We lost 5-6.
Yeah, I was actually really happy with a lot of how that went. It's just, I think, quite a lot of Pokemon in this team don't have great base stats, and I think that's what got us.
Yeah, we just can't quite keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, Sandslash can knock off, it can set up. It can get watered.
You can switch out to Pharaoh. Oh.
I feel like a high street retailer.
Oh dear.
Okay, now we just have to hope that they only send in things weak to Shadow Sneak.
Now we just have to hope that Ariados holds its own. I mean, it's not weak to Shadow Sneak, but it's no longer...
That's true, it bleeds, we can kill it.
I do like that Ghost is no longer super effective. Ghost and Dark are no longer not very effective against Steel. I swear that did a lot of damage for Flash Cannon.
Well, I mean, Magnezone has pretty good stats. And Sandslash is not especially defensive Pokemon.
Ooh.
I think Amoonguss might be our best. Or Gliscor.
Yeah, this one's not gonna go as well.
They had a very good first showing.
Yeah. So fun fact, a Swords Dance Garchomp can 2-hit KO literally every Pokemon. At least every Pokemon that came out before Gen 4. You know what type of move we don't have on this team?
Ice.
Yep.
Dragon.
Fire.
Water.
Yeah, this team has problems with coverage.
This is the kind of team you'd build if you were a ground type gym leader in a game that had no ground types in the regional decks.
Or ground type Elite
It's a
Four.
very Diamond and Pearl style. Well, we've got 2 fire types, and we've got a Drift Blim, and we've got... Yeah. I can't remember the rest of Flint's team, but it was bad. Imagine being a fire type member of the Elite Four who has to resort to using a Steelix with Sunny Day and Fire Fang. Man. Royal life.
Great choice, Locked. That was a bad move.
Well, it kind of worked out. Oh. So we took down Garchomp,
Hey!
and we've still got the choice tricking. Oh, it's an option. Okay, I mean, Hooper's not going to be the worst thing to take from... Oh, wait, does Hooper... I genuinely don't know whether Hooper is a physical or especially focused. Ah. Well...
It's immune to prankster moves because it's a dark type. Wow. Wow.
I mean, on the plus side, we were immune to their attack, and I guess we were both choiced. So, that was a bit of an event. Not only did it take us down, it even paralyzed us on the way out. Okay.
They guessed what we were doing.
We're locked into Trick.
And he's... Oh.
I kind of wish they'd side-shocked. Okay, well... We've been pushed back down, further down the ladder, where we quite frankly belong. Okay, there's a Heatran and a Landorus T on this team. And a Therathorn. It's a very tanky team.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing we're not lacking in, it's Wall Breakers, he said, lying.
If there's one thing we're not lacking in, it's self-delusions.
We have confidence.
We have a Sand Slash with Sword Stance that we find.
I mean, Earthquake's not a contact move, so... My bad news is Power Whip is. This thing might have a Sash. Or it'd just be a Therathorn. Okay. I mean, we're still up. We could knock off on it.
I was going to
Or
say Rapid
Rapid
Spin to
Spin.
try and get rid of it. Also, Landorus T outspeeds us by quite a bit.
Yeah, I was being optimistic. Sometimes with a team like this, you have to ignore your own Pokemon stats.
Sometimes with a team like this, you have to ignore what you are doing. Why are you rock polishing? That's just rubbing it in.
I mean, yes, that's literally rock polish. If only it could be. If only Landorus got stored power, this would be an amazing setup.
Ah! We might be able to outrule Volanders.
We've got a variability of about 1% here to work with, but we could knock off on it again, I guess.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Or switch out.
What's it? What do you reckon that hidden power is? Because it's not ice.
I mean,
because otherwise we'd be dead.
And you've got.
I'm gonna take a chance and switch in Among Us.
Okay.
Oh, it is ice. I mean, it doesn't matter because we've taken out. Man, that sure is a heat van.
Does it outspeed us?
Oh yes, everything outspeeds us. We have 96 speed.
Look, for some reason I've never tried to use an Among Us before.
There are Pokemon in Little Cup that outspeed us.
Look, Little Cup is a brutal environment.
It is. It is far more brutal than OU. Like, oh.
Bye, tank. Well, look on the bright side. At least we can't use Liepard on it, and breaking its substitute is going to be difficult. I say that, and then we did it. But it's going to sub again, and we're going to have no way of. Oh wait, no. If we trick it,
Yes.
we could force it into repeating substitute, which would basically force it out.
We have also just given a heat van choice specs.
That's true. Okay, now let's try and break that sub with Dark Pulse, I guess.
Or we could just take out Ferrothorn.
We could just take out Ferrothorn. And even get a bit of health back from our leftovers.
Okay, I don't like you. We'll use Arados's, but I say that, but it actually handled that really well.
Yeah.
Edgar Horn?
We could have done better than Megahorn.
Yeah.
We could have done worse than Megahorn, to be fair. I think if we lose Aridos, we're going to lose most of our attacking power, but equally. Oh, and half of his remaining team is, or their remaining team, is weak to
Bug.
Aridos. So, no, we don't want to encore it.
We can fake out.
Yeah. And the leftovers help us endure the Magma Storm.
Aha! Oh, that was so close.
At least we had hacks.
At least I can.
We could we can sucker punch it because all it's going to do is Magma Storm.
Hi, Ariados.
If only Among Us got like Ice Shard or something.
Oh god, Ice Shard. Actually, Ice Shard would be terrible against Heatman.
Yeah, but I was trying to think what the least appropriate priority move would be.
Okay. So this team, I think we can say, is objectively fairly bad, but it was a lot of fun to play as.
I feel like if we replaced Gliscor, you could have a fun PU team out of this.
Yeah. This is definitely one of my favourite just in terms of enjoying the matches. But I think it's time that we move on to our second team of the evening. And we've already had our first suggestion. Cheers, Nidoqueen.
Nidoqueen rules.
Okay.
No, we used Nidoking a few streams ago, and I'm going to say that we should basically do the same thing because they get basically the same moveset.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to go for a Sheer Force special build because they get better coverage in special than they do in physical.
Oh yeah. Earth power.
Earth Power and Sludge Wave for stab.
Yep.
And then we've got a bunch of flexibility about what we do with the rest.
Um.
The part of us that had no water moves makes me want to say Surf, but I don't know if Surf is actually affected by Sheer Power.
I don't think it is.
No, that's just side effect. Side effects aren't extra effects.
Yeah. Ice beam.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Ice Beam.
We could go bolt beam.
Yeah. Bolt Beam is a classic for a reason.
Okay, special sweeper. We've only got attacking moves, so we could go for a choice set.
Life Orb, though.
Yeah. I think you want the flexibility, so I'm going to agree with Life Orb. So we've had a suggestion of Lucario.
Oh, Lucario is cool. Feels weird to see that Lucario is RUBL.
And then
But
Mega.
I suppose it's the only time.
Mega Lucario is banned to Ubers.
Yeah, I think that's the only time I've really paid much attention to Lucario.
I don't know why it's been banned to Ubers.
It's incredibly flexible, is basically its problem.
Right.
It's by the way that Smogon approaches what a counter is, Mega Lucario doesn't have counters, and it doesn't really have.
Yeah.
It's a very unpredictable Pokemon because it's got really strong attack and special attack, and it's fast.
Yeah.
So regular Lucario, meanwhile, is not so great, but it's not bad. It's just not good enough to be underused.
Yeah.
It sounds bad when I put it that way. But underused is the second of the usage-based tiers.
So we've got Steadfast and Justified. I mean, underused by now, there are Pokemon in underused who can easily hold their own in OU.
Yeah, like below Ubers, Pokemon are tiered purely based on how frequently they're used rather than how powerful they are, with the exception of Pokemon like Lucario here, who by usage would be rarely used, but is too strong for rarely used. So got kicked up to RUBL.
Yeah.
Or is Lucario... Wait, RUBL is the one above RUsed, right? RU, right? It's not below?
Hold on, let's have a look.
Yes, it's the ban list for RU.
Okay.
So it doesn't have 3.41% usage in underused, but you can't use it in rarely used because it's just too good.
Mm-hmm.
Shares this honor with Pokemon like Durant, Kyurem, Sharpedo, Talonflame, How the Mighty Have Fallen.
Oh, I find it, considering how much of a fuss Kyurem, the games made about Kyurem in Black and White 2, especially. Knowing that it's in the same tier as Durant.
Well, to be fair, that is the game where it became Kyurem Black, who's OU, and Kyurem White, who's Uber. So,
Right. So, do you want to go for Steadfast or Justified?
Justified is more usable.
Yeah.
Steadfast's interesting, but we're not going to encounter all that much flinching.
Okay.
So, do you want to go physical or special, Lucario?
I think physical.
Okay. Extreme speed?
Yeah. Drain Punch?
Yeah.
Oh, Meteor Match.
Sure.
And then
Bullet Punch? We don't need 2 priority moves.
Yeah.
We could replace extreme speed, but
Extreme speed is a nice general use thing.
so what items do we want to go for? Because we could go for like a power up move of some sort if we don't want to do something that locks us into attacks. Like,
I mean, we could go for
we could-
agility and then.
we could. I was wondering if maybe like, but no, never mind. I still already got detect, and whenever I see a Pokemon that gets detect, I always go, ooh, because it's like protect, but it's detect.
I'm gonna vote we go for agility and then rather than having extreme speed, we replace that with something like Shadow Claw to cover goats.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And then maybe a Focus Sash.
So we can get off that agility and gain speed.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We have 2 pretty cool Pokemon so far.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time to ruin this team if you really want to, but we'll at least have aesthetic going for us.
We still have space for a Metapod, guys.
I thought we were going to try and not use Pokemon that were the same.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
We
I'm
still
going to
have
be honest, there isn't another viable moveset for Metapod.
room
Like-
for Kakuna, you guys.
Okay, Sork. Sork, who's too good to be the worst.
Okay. Oh, it gets Sturdy and Mold Breaker.
Huh, interesting.
I'm gonna vote for Sturdy because that's basically a free Focus Sash.
Yeah.
So those aren't bad stats.
I will take a look at its smog analysis and see what the experts have to say about Sork.
Why look at Smugger?
Okay, well, I think that Mold Breaker is its like big, special, cool thing. To be fair, this is in never used, where the environment is rather different to overused. But Mold Breaker would let it hit Levistators with Earthquake, which is something.
Fire Punch.
Yeah, close combat, knock off, Earthquake, Ice Punch is their suggested set. If we're going to go for Fire Punch, I still don't think we can do much better than close combat. Earthquake's nice, but it's not as nice if you're not running Mold Breaker.
Yeah. Ice Punch.
Thunder Punch? That's not actually a good suggestion.
Rock Slide.
Yeah, Rock Slide, sure.
So, in one of the Pokemon games that I ran for you that we never finished, one of the evil team's bosses was going to use a Machamp. And this Machamp's thing is that it specialized in basically being able to activate being able to simultaneously use fire, ice, and thunder punches with with one of its arms. And the whole thing about this was in the cruise ship game, and the evil team had this whole thing about artificial Pokemon being wrong, and you were robots. So we've got Registeel.
Yeah. Registeel's a cool Pokemon. It's got a face that you can read. Maybe? It's got a face that looks like you should be able to read it, but you probably can't actually read it. That's its secret weakness. It has such a charming face that you can never read it.
So Registeel.
Paranormal romance novel with a Registeel, please.
That'd be amazing. Stealth Rock. How do you use a Registeel? A lot of things are getting home claws. I like that.
Well, I mean, we could go for a home claws build then. You use it defensively, it seems. It gets defensive moves and seismic toss.
Yeah.
It doesn't have great attacking stats. If you want to try and use them, you can, I guess. We could go for a substitute, but
What other defensive, so Stealth Rock? What?
It has Toxic and Protect. That's the moveset that they suggest.
I mean, that's the moveset.
Or are you?
I'd go.
That's, yeah. I don't think you're really going to beat that.
Rather than focusing on special defense, I was going to give the defensive equal.
Yeah, that works. And then
I think
Yeah.
actually it might be worth giving it more defense actually, just because of how steel. Because on the steel is weak to fire. Like most fire moves will be special. But then, on the defense side, we have fighting and ground. So I'm going to make it an impish Registeel. And then possibly just leftovers. It needs.
I mean, you can't go wrong with leftovers.
Yeah, it needs
You
some
can.
form of recovery.
But yeah. Okay.
Registeel has also broken our trend of having blue Pokemon in this team.
Well, I mean, it's a scale from blue to grey.
Mhm.
And now we can move onwards into an exciting new colour.
Like dark grey or bluey grey.
Okay. Grey Pokemon. There are lots of cool grey Pokemon out there. One might say they're great. Clang.
Clang.
I think maybe not Clang. Oh no, yes, Clang. No. Maybe Klinklang? Can we get Klinklang? Klinklang contains a clang. We're not.
We're not cheating. Gear Grind and oh god, what's that called? Shift Gear.
Yeah, yeah. If we're going to use a Klinklang, we might as well go for its gimmick thing.
That increases attack, but Wild Charge and
Magic Coat?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, good. We've been allowed Klinklang. We've managed to clear this with the board. Also, Torkoal is our 6th Pokemon. That's fun.
Torkoal is fun.
I kind of wish it had got a Mega, but Torkoal's still cool. Actually, what I really want it to have is a baby.
We could just have a drought and just lead with
Yeah,
Torkoal.
drought on our team that's 50% steel types.
Yep. Just switch in with a Torkoal with drought, and they're like, oh, we're up against a sunny day team.
Yeah, if Team Preview wasn't a thing, drought Torkoal could be a decent play.
Yeah.
But it is, so I think we go for White Smoke.
Yeah. Clear Smog. Clear Smog is always fun.
Yeah.
Power. If it had a bit more speed, I'd say Eruption, but
Fire Blast?
yeah.
Shame it doesn't get Hone Claws to improve that Fire Blast accuracy.
Actually, no, let's go for Overheat, because why not? Wait, Shell Smash!
We're going to go for a Shell... I guess it doesn't...
Yeah.
We've got no physical moves and you're giving it a Shell Smash?
Shell Smash raises both attack and special attack.
Oh, it does, you're right. Don't mind me, I'm dumb. And we want... do we want Sash so we can get off that Smash?
Come on and Sash, and welcome to the Sash.
The old Sash Smash Torkoal set?
If we're going for Shell Smash, I'm going to give it Flamethrower just for reliability.
Because it defeats the point otherwise.
Yeah.
We're dropping down those stats, yeah. Okay, we have a team.
Come on and Sash, and welcome to...
Oh, and Klinklang has both blue bits and a red bit on it, so it's kind of the conjoining feature.
Ooh. See, we planned this.
Nope.
Um,
And then seeded the audience with people who would give us the things we wanted.
they're gonna start with a Sableye, aren't they?
Yeah, do we have any kind of counter to Mega Sableye?
We've got a no. We've got Lucario.
Okay, sure.
Meteor Mash for to try and get a power up.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm willing to bet they won't taunt us so we can get an agility off.
Let's try it. Okay, well, we've got speed, but we were faster anyway. Oh, that helped. It wasn't the stat up we wanted, and we won't be able to repeat it.
Yep.
But
Let's try it. Oh. Oh well.
well, Lucario, you fought valiantly and were fast.
And in the end, is there anything more you can ask for?
Is there anything more you can ask for than an unacceptably fast dog that punches things?
I mean, according to Bogleech, yes. It called basically anything. You're going to regret switching a Chansey and letting us shift gear. Gear grind? Gear grind.
Sure. Well, that speed boost is slightly reduced now, but...
I'm just going to do it again because, you know.
Oh. Well, I mean, Arcanine's happening, but we've got clear body. Oh, but we're paralyzed.
Hi.
Check. You're going to regret letting us set up, and then we do nothing with it. And then that happens. Man, remember when we had a bad team? Remember how easy things were with the bad team?
Oh man. Let's start dropping rocks on things.
Agreed.
Go away, doggy.
That's one tough Muppet. I mean, it's still weak to Rock Slide, right?
Yeah.
Except for the part where it will outspeed us. Oh, no, never mind. I overestimated the plane.
You overestimated Air Egg.
Look, I grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Flying eggs are an instrument of death and fear. Except when they're weak and easy to defeat. I wasn't very good at Sonic as a kid. That's also probably relevant.
How the hell? What?
Well, Klinklang is a powerhouse.
I meant more the fact that we outran it.
Well, we boosted up.
Yeah.
And we established this wasn't the fastest Togekiss in the world.
Which is funny, because it was obviously running, what's it called, that annoying ability?
Serene Grace?
Yeah. It is where we play the keep going until that happens.
Well, and of course, Registeel, I think, literally can't do anything to it.
Yep.
Okay, we've got no special defense, but we've got a very strong flamethrower now, so let's
It's also got Sucker
get
Punch.
Sucker Punch. Why do I keep forgetting this Sableye has Sucker Punch?
We couldn't do anything to it.
Yeah, I've still got a previous tab open, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This is an interesting team. Electros and Embor.
I'm gonna go with Walk.
Gengar. Everyone loves a Gengar.
Gengar.
Especially people who say Gengar's name like that.
I thought that was the law. I didn't know you could say Gengar's name any other way. I got told you'd be arrested if you tried to say it any other way.
I don't want to alarm you, but there are very few Pokemon laws.
Is that why all these teams keep having to be taken down by kids?
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon is a harsh world.
In fact, the only actual law in the Pokemon world is that, like, at least 30% of competitive teams need to contain a land or a ST.
I dislike that law. Actually, no, I like it because my standard team involves a choice cast Cloyster.
It's been pointed out in the chat that steel types are surprisingly squishy, and especially nowadays when they've lost a few of their old resistances, this is particularly true. Like, steel's a good defensive typing, but its weaknesses are really bad weaknesses to have.
Yeah. Actually, surprisingly,
they're not as bad as rock types, who rock is a really good offensive typing, terrible defensive typing, and most rock types are built to be slow and defensive.
Yeah.
But steel, I mean, there's a reason that Registeel is such a low tier Pokemon. It just doesn't have what it takes to use those defenses. So, do we have the speed to beat up a dragon?
No, we do not.
Cool.
We've got a giant set of gears, though.
Yeah, that's true. Huh, interesting. Well, if we shift gear, then it might try and Endeavour again, or it might switch out.
Gear grind?
Yeah, I'd say gear grind now.
Klinklang is a lot of fun to play. It only
moves that hit twice are very satisfying to use.
Yeah. It's not got. I mean, that's its own. This is basically its only gimmick. And it would be a lot nicer if it had more stuff to use. It's like it gets a lot of special moves, but then it's like its signature thing is a move that boosts attack. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna keep going until we get knocked out, which I think Electros probably has Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Because Electros has a really wide move pool.
Electros is a really weird Pokemon.
I like it.
Like, not in this, like, it's cool. It's just one of those things where it's this levitating
Lamprey
punch Lamprey that can just kind of attack in every way it could need to, and then some.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually have, most of the stats needed to do stuff with it.
Yeah, it's...
To be honest, because it's from the same generation as... What's it called, isn't it? Gumi.
Okay, if we can... It's not from the same generation as Gumi. Gumi was Generation 6, Electros is Generation 5.
Huh. But Electros, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, hey, this is, I did not mean to press that one.
It worked out pretty well, though.
Yeah. when I first saw Electros, I thought, oh hey, that's the new pseudo-legendary.
It would make sense if it was a dragon. It starts out as a really terrible, useless fish and turns into a fairly powerful, elongated fish.
Yeah.
It could, like...
It feels more like...
Yeah, we've been winning this battle purely on misses, the chat has noticed. It's like...
To be fair, we've been missing quite a few times as well.
That's true, but it's just been such a lucky set of gears on the whole.
Yep.
And now we're hitting a Gengar for 94% of its health with half of a gear grind.
We do have 820 attack.
Do we want... Wait, cancel.
Huh?
We don't want to take... Oh, wait, I forgot that we've got 5 other Pokemon.
You're so...
My brain just went into, oh god, we're desperately hoping that Klinklang can pull through mode.
No, we're in Klinklang single-handedly sweeps mode.
Okay, Klinklang, thank you, Klinklang.
I will say, if that team was, no offense to, if the person we just thought watches this, no offense, but that team was really badly put together. Electros should have probably had flamethrower. Like, having good coverage is what Electros does. See, I'm actually used to sweeping quite badly because I tend to run very all-or-nothing teams. Like, one of the two people in games with me tends to get swept pretty badly. It's just not always me that does it.
Well, at least we can't be poisoned. But we could have been ruined by... Huh, okay. It's a less offensive Nidoqueen. That's it. Huh. You know, I could totally buy this person as being in the same position as us.
I mean, their group is slightly nicer in that they've given them Tyranitar.
Yeah, but I mean, we got Thingy earlier. Maybe. We've had something good. We got Gliscor last time.
Yeah.
Which isn't Tyranitar, to be fair. But in my brain it is because I normally play UU. So a good UU Pokemon stick stands out more to me than a good OU Pokemon, because whatever. Nobody uses a good OU Pokemon because they're not valid in UU. Okay, Mega Pidgeot. Mega Pidgeot's kind of interesting. I never would have expected that Pidgeot would turn into a special attacker.
I don't, to be fair, looking at move pool, I don't think Pidgeot expected to turn into a special attacker.
Yeah.
I think Pidgeot is...
It does get Heat Wave, which could be a problem for Klinklang.
Yeah. So about that...
The good news is it doesn't get, like, Earth power or anything.
Yeah. Mega Pidgeot is really weird.
It has good hair, though.
Yeah. I don't think its shiny looks as good as normal version.
It doesn't look as good, but it does look more Super Saiyan, and that's definitely an aesthetic that I can respect.
I know, man. I'm now too used to Super Saiyan Blue.
Well, look, Pidgeot's from the 90s. It's classic.
I'm blue, ba ba bee ba ba bye, ba 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 bee ba ba bye, ba ba bee ba ba bye.
Just wait till Gen 12 and they introduce double megas. Then you can have your Pidgeot Blue. Pidgeot Ultra Instinct. Which will mainly consist of buffing its special defense, probably.
My favourite thing about... One of my favourite things about the new generations of Dragon... About for new Dragon Ball stuff is just that they went up to Super Saiyan God, and then like by the by the end of the first arc of the season, it was introduced. Like the season after the movie it was introduced in, it was obsolete.
Well, no, it was the movie after the movie it was introduced in. Like, if they hadn't switched over to a TV show, goodness knows how many power-ups we would have had. I really need to get around to watching the post-Z Dragon Ball stuff at some point.
So, the problem... Dragon Ball Super has this issue, which is, like Gurren Lagann, it's very much going for, spectacle, good animation, it looks really cool, but isn't necessarily a good story or plot. The problem is, it's only like in the very final arc that they actually get the budget from Toei to do the kind of good animation that they're obviously wanting to do.
Yeah, and I think part of it is it's not always just a case of budget. It's a case of like human resources, and other stuff being in production. Like the current season of Precure is generally amazing, which I really didn't expect out of a show that's like, hey, what if there was a baby and they had to look after a baby? Because that sounds like a very uninspiring premise for a show which already has problems with, gender things. But because like Dragon Ball Super just ended, and I believe a bunch of other reasons, there's just a lot of really good staff available to be working on it. And that's meant that even like the episode where they were desperately trying to save budget so that they could afford to spend it down the line ended up looking really good.
I mean, to be fair, they have recently made One Piece actually look like it's animated rather than just moving still images from a manga across the screen.
I was going to say, that doesn't seem like a good way to cash in on the appeal of the manga. What people like most about that is that it doesn't move. Right? Maybe also the characters and the story and things, but...
This is what I gave Fire Punch. But yeah.
For anti-Alolan Sound Slash.
Yeah, I think ahead. Look, I gave an anti-Alolan Sand Slash move, and look what we're up against. I was gesturing really impressively there, and I wish I was on camera, because I gesture all the time.
If it's any consolation, I can definitely believe you.
You've seen me in real life. You know that my hands do silly things.
True.
One of the reasons I identify with Ida from My Hero Academia so much, because his hands are always going all over the place. I don't.
Also because you have super speed?
I was about to say, I don't identify with him on the whole having jet engines coming out of my legs thing. But I feel like I should.
I mean, representation of people with jet engines in their legs in fiction is very important.
Honestly, the rise of Alolan Ninetales has been really weird to watch, because, people really like starting off with Aurora Veil, which makes sense, it's double screens. But it does mean that you'll have a team that's completely not built to be a Hell team, and then just start with Alolan Ninetales.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, weather is not normally a splashable strategy.
Yeah, my favorite...
It would be kind of nice if Sun could get something comparable. I don't know about Rain, because I feel like Rain is a pretty strong weather.
Yeah.
But Sun, not so much. Okay, we have a Cough Egregious. We have a Rotom Cut. This is an interesting team.
Rotom went to mow a meadow.
This definitely feels like a team where someone built a team and then realized, oh wait, this one Pokemon I want to use isn't valid in the tier I was building this for. Yeah, we're only half steel. Okay.
I did not mean to click agility.
Well, you did. Now we can lose our ability more quickly.
Meteor Mash.
Yeah, a mono-type team would be fun if we had the luck to get one. Steel's definitely got variety.
Yeah. Monotypes are usually quite fun to use.
Also, our Lucario is now a mummy.
Yes. So for people who are confused by they're trying to work out why Ben just called our Lucario a mummy. Hofagarus' ability is called mummy. And if you get hit by it, it will change. If you hit it, or if either Pokemon make contact, it changes the other one's ability to mummy. Nidoqueen, just to soak up those.
And because it can't be affected by mummy.
Oh.
Which is a bonus.
Is Sheer Force immune to mummy?
No, but Nidoqueen doesn't have any contact moves, and I assume it's faster than Cofagrigus.
Ah, gotcha.
So it's more that it won't be affected by mummy.
Gotcha.
Although, of course, as Nidoqueen, it cannot become a mummy. I'm making a, hey, did you get my bad pun face at the computer, and you can't see it. But rest assured it happened. Because it was a joke about Nidoqueen for no real reason, having no egg group and thus being unable to reproduce.
What up, wap, what up, wap. Oh yeah, you can only get Nidos from Nidoking, can't you?
No, Nidoran female can reproduce. Nidorino and Nidoking can, as well as Nidoran male. But Nidorina and Nidoqueen have precisely one. No. I was distracted by that Gallade. Just wrecking us. But yeah, they've got no ability to make eggs, which is kind of weird. Okay, Torkoal, you can defeat this very fast man with swords for arms.
Aha!
Oh yes, you can. You can do it.
Nobody expects a focus at Torkoal.
Like, you did realise by telling this person where your stream is, we could now get stream sniped, and they'll know all of our decisions.
I mean, I feel like battling us while watching our stream would just be incredibly depressing. Because if you're like, oh, is that what they're doing? That's just...
Gotta get up the ladder somehow, right?
That's just kind of sad. Apparently they're using a team of their favourites, which, you know, I can always respect.
Yeah, like, using good Pokemon is one. Like, when I say using good Pokemon, using the most popular, powerful Pokemon is not an unreasonable thing to do. But it's always fun to just see what you can do with the Pokemon that you like based on other reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been recommended a Pokemon. Team number 3 is going to get built next, I guess. Okay. Raise your hand if you predicted Fly.
Did you?
No. Never.
Nobody expects a flying Inquisition. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't expect a flying Inquisition either.
So would that be an Inquisition of flying types, or an Inquisition that flies?
Okay,
we heard you had some hidden power ice in here. Okay, Rock Slide, not great. Turns out Dragonite is a good Pokemon.
Yeah, who'd have thought, you know? Okay, so we've got a suggestion for not only the Pokemon, but also its moveset and coverage.
Which is pretty helpful because it means that we don't have to put in as much work.
Okay, I'm going to copy and paste that into the stream chat, so we don't lose it. Aha!
Finally, the gears have...
The gears have unleashed their power.
The gear is on the other foot. Oh, you can't go wrong with a good Sheer Force Pokemon.
But we can miss.
Well, at least we have the type disadvantage.
Yeah. Right then. So, the last team of the stream. When I said that, my lip just started vibrating really hard, and I don't know why.
You talked too firmly.
We're gonna be making... Okay. So, let's... we've already had the Ramatan. With Sheer Force... Oh, Life Orb. Klinklang has always been this badass. People just don't notice it because who uses a Klinklang?
It's a little known fact that Klinklang was the inspiration for the video game Gears of War.
Yeah. Not many people know that.
I mean, it got heavily retooled after they'd written the title, but still.
Okay, so we know you had Earthquake, and
we're going to point out we might be able to do better than Earthquake. I mean, we locked into Focus Punch, but I don't know if it has alternatives to Earthquake that are affected by the Sheer Force.
Zen Headbutt?
Zen Headbutt would definitely at least kind of work, yeah. Zen Headbutt or Brick Break, I guess.
Stone Edge?
Brick Break isn't affected by...
Stone Edge or Rock Slide, I think.
Stone Edge is... Neither is boosted by Sheer Force.
Okay.
I guess it just doesn't get that great of a moveset for the purpose of that ability.
No.
Yeah, I guess Rock Slide or Earthquake or...
Let's go for Earthquake. Because I like
Can't
Earthquake.
go wrong with Earthquake.
And then also we want max attack.
Okay, so the question has come up, are we going to do a fire monotype team?
I don't know, are we doing a monotype team?
Like, we're either doing a fire monotype team or we're including a Lapras.
Okay. Let's start making a Lapra. Keep Water Absorb, because then we can switch it. We can try and switch it in for a Darmanitan.
Yeah, we're going for a slightly more sensible Lapras this time.
Yeah. Freeze dry. Freeze dry.
Freeze dry.
Surf and Thunderbolt.
Yeah. And Heal Bell, Hyper Voice.
Heal Bell. Leftovers.
Assault Vest.
If we do have to get rid of...
Oh, yeah, Heal Bell. I forgot what Heal Bell was for a moment there. Don't ask why I thought that Heal Bell was an attacking move.
Okay. So Lapras, we're going for quite a bulky one. We've got Assault Vest. Yep.
Okay, we should have a ground and a flying type as well, it's been suggested. We just need to know what. Or rock.
Are we going for
Okay.
for 4 elements thing? In which case, I vote we also try and get some form of light and dark Pokemon, because then we can have the 6 attributes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Light, dark, water, wind, fire, and ground. Earth, even.
I mean, that's as good a set of themes as any. Yeah, what would be a light-based Pokemon is the question. I mean, Blastoifon's a firework, right? That's light.
Mm-hmm.
Or various Pokemon. Because like Moonblast and things like that are lightish.
We've had suggestions for another Regirock.
Okay, well, Regirock's got to be better than Registeel, right?
Regirock's actually below Registeel. Regirock's all the way down in EU.
They're all in PU. Oh no, Registeel is RU. What?
I guess it's
How did Registeel get so good?
I guess it's
full of itself.
I guess it's just because it has much. It's both Regirock and Regice have lots of one, but not so much of the other. Whereas Regirock is more balanced.
That's true, but he still has more balanced defenses and a typing that can work defensively.
Self-rock. Okay, it has been suggested that we use Sudowoodo instead of Regirock to cover the ground bit.
I like Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo would be a very good choice for our grass type instead of Regirock.
Yeah, are we going to... So, chat, are we going to switch out Regirock for Sudowoodo? I will admit, I do like using... the Reggies as things in like role plays.
The Reggies have fun narrative potential because they're just great big piles of like material that will walk at you.
So Sudowoodo gets some
head smash.
Yeah.
Sudowoodo, the poor man's Relicanth.
Do we give it double edge?
Yeah. If only Rockhead affected explosion.
That would be amazing. Keep on exploding. Low kick?
I'd say either low kick or stealth rock.
Let's do low kick. My head is telling me choice band.
My head is telling me orb.
No, my heart is telling me choice band. My head is telling me focus sash.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, what's next in our elemental team?
We need something to represent the element of air. That's probably a flying type, but there are lots of Pokemon with levitate.
Raptor has been suggested.
Staraptor's cool. Well, we could go for the opposite of Sudowoodo and take Reckless.
I mean,
which would boost up Brave Bird very nicely.
That fits thematically. With air being the
opposite. Oh, yeah. Huh. We've stumbled into a thematic team.
Guys, I'm scared.
Roost?
Do we have a bolt for Roost?
No, not really.
I mean, it might help just to take the edge off the Brave Bird spamming.
Yes, that was my thought, is we're going to take so much damage.
We could just go really bad and put Life Orb on.
We could. But, yeah, I could kind of get behind that, honestly.
Cool. But then, Elemental.
Okay.
So the other theme is that Sudowoodo has an ability that stops it taking real core damage, and Staraptor has an ability that makes its recall attacks do more damage. And they're representing Earth and Air respectively. So it's kind of a an opposite thing.
The alternative, of course, is sorry, I'm trying to remember where it's from that has the somewhere it treats elements as there's the 5. The Chinese elements.
Yeah.
Because we'd need, if we had a wood and a metal.
Yeah.
And I mean, one could argue we already have a wood, but
and then
that would be
we could have a ghost for Void in the center.
We're going to run out of Pokemon if we keep trying to do 7 different elemental themes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could also do a Void Ghost. Spiritomb. Spiritomb's been suggested. Spiritomb is cool. Spiritomb is weird.
Yeah.
Spiritomb is made of 108 ghosts.
And they all hate you.
Except for number 82, who's kind of neutral on the matter, but there's peer pressure, so...
Are we going for a... I've never built a good Spiritomb. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know what Spiritomb does. I hardly know what Spiritomb is. Okay. Apparently it can be a decent pursuit trapper. It gets Calm Mind.
It gets Calm Mind and it gets Natty Plot as well. You want to have a think about it? I really need Lou, so I'm just going to nip off. So do you want to come up with an idea while I'm just disappeared?
Sure. So yeah, since we have a Spiritomb now, it looks like we're going to go for something light themed for our 6 Pokemon. Now, there isn't a light type. People have said for years what I said was a light type, but there isn't really the space for it thematically. Nagina could definitely work. Let me double check what tier it's in. I'm pretty sure it's not OU. Yeah, it is OU. I'm pretty sure it's not Uber. I'm just going to look up Nagina's Pokédex entries to see, because I feel like it might have something vaguely thematically appropriate. Okay, no, I thought that it had some sort of light thing going on, but it doesn't. Nagina's gimmick is just that it's an artificial Pokemon constructed more than 500 years ago. And it has an artificial soul, which is kind of weird that 500 years ago someone was able to make an artificial soul, but hey. Yeah, I feel like thematic and occasional outright sabotage is probably the best way to pick a team for this stream. It fits pretty nicely with our aesthetic, which is your aesthetic, but sometimes bad.
I'm back.
Okay, good news. We haven't made any decisions. Except maybe Magina for the 6th Pokemon. So yeah, we could go for like one of the suggested, and again, this is for PU, but we could go for Calm Mind, Dark Pulse, Rest, and Sleep Talk.
Yeah, I think that's the closer we're going to get to something here. Then item.
So our suggested items are Leftovers for leftoversness, or Darkinium Z to attack stronger and to make it unknockoffable.
Let's go for leftovers.
Yeah.
Right.
So Magina.
Yep.
Pretty cool, weird robot Pokeball flower thing. It's a shame that original Colors Magina hasn't been released.
What's the
It's
shiny?
not different in any way. It just looks more like a Pokemon. Not a Pokemon, a Pokeball.
I like the shiny. We'll keep the shiny.
Okay.
The shiny looks like it wants to be a bee. Okay. Flash cannon.
Yeah, Flash Cannon, Flare Cannon.
Yep.
Frustration. Heart Swap could be fun, but I don't think we're gonna have much of a gimmick. It has to be pointed out that if McGinn is going to be a representative of like light as an element on the team, then we probably don't want to go for the mostly black shiny.
That's true. I'm kind of
Volt Switch, maybe?
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I basically go suggest you use an electric type move to represent light better.
Mm-hmm. I guess if we want to go full in on things, we could take the light screen.
Yeah, why not? That's the laugh for someone who didn't expect me to take light screen, did you? Right.
Okay. Sometimes I feel like one day we might win a prize for like repeated use of Focus Sash.
And the prize for the repeated worst teams go to.
Okay, do we have anything that can deal with a Ferrothorn?
We have the Ramatan.
Oh yeah, duh. In my head I was like, oh, but that will take damage from Iron Barb, so it doesn't count.
I'm going to predict Focus Punch.
Oh, nice. That went very well.
Oh.
That went not very well. Kloitzer is fast, apparently.
It's not. I think it might be a choice. I think it might be a choice Kloitzer. Because I checked.
Kloitzer can be fast, apparently.
Yeah.
We don't want to bring in... Oh, we could have switched in Lapras. Oh, well.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to outrun it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a completely reasonable thing to think. What move do we want to use? Hyper Voice will hit front.
Freeze Dry.
Yeah, and Freeze Dry is going to be a decent choice against anything. Well, for certain values of decent. That did some amount of damage.
Start Calm Minding.
Set up. Mm-hmm. See if he's got any hazing.
Can Ferrothorn get hazing?
I mean, on the team in general.
Ah, right.
But I guess Leech Seed is kind of soft. Okay, I guess toxic and leech seed is going to be. I mean, eventually that will do more than we can sleep off.
Sleep heals
But
toxic.
don't mind me. I'm dumb. In my defense, it's already 9:15 in the evening. I don't know how I'm supposed to think of anything at that time of day.
We're also not that much faster than Fairthorn.
Now, the problem is we have already buffed up to full, so we're at a pretty decent chance of using moves that don't do anything. But we didn't.
We might need to switch out, though.
But we spent all this time buffing. I mean, you're right, but my emotions.
You don't have emotions. Wait, what?
We've been tricked.
I mean, not literally, but let's just head smash it.
Mob really wants 5 more minutes.
Can't say I've thought of using Malamar like that before.
Yeah, it's an interesting set.
We're gonna get outrun, but let's...
What?
Wait, I should have switched in Lapras. That was really obvious.
Yeah. We have a Pokemon that has Water Absorb, and we keep not using it and getting wrecked. In my defense, I was going to tell you, but I didn't have time. Honest.
Honestly, Ben. How could you have not thought to tell me?
I tried, but you're just too fast at this mouse business. So now we can't really deal with Feather.
I mean, we got close combat.
We have got close combat.
Yeah.
My concern is that we're going to get power whipped, but
I'm just gonna switch in Fairthorn now.
and by Ferrothorn you mean Staraptor.
I know what words are.
I mean, it's going to resist that, right? Like, we don't have any good moves really here.
Well, on the other hand, if we can get down Fairthorn, then Soul Heart comes up.
Oh, yeah.
See? I think things through. That's a lie.
I'm sorry for underestimating you. Or possibly overestimating you. Aha, fairy typing. In addition to steel typing.
Wahaha.
Okay, now we could Volt Switch, but we'd lose all our boosts. Oh.
I'm just gonna keep Flash Cannon.
Yeah, that worked.
Blur Cannon?
I mean, we might as well. Yeah, we might as well. I mean, I think if we spam Flare Cannon, we might be able to overcome Chansey's defenses just by virtue of boosts.
Hey, they forfeited.
Because they couldn't... Oh, yeah, because we had a ghost.
Yeah, they couldn't... Chansey can't do anything to a Spiritomb.
Oh, something so satisfying about winning.
We don't get to do it much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Crunkle Shroom. You've got a Vigor off. I can respect that.
Oh. They forfeited.
Good game.
I'm gonna say that doesn't count towards our 3 games for this team. Alright then. Let's do this. Let's start with... we don't really have any good leads, do we?
No.
The Raptor. I'm gonna U-turn. Okay, the fact that it's using... Oh, I think that might be choice locked.
So what do we use? Even again, okay.
Spiritomb, because it's using Rock Tomb, and Spiritomb does not care about being slowed.
That's true, so we can get off a boost.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2, because it's probably going to set up spikes, right?
Stealth Rock.
Or rocks. That makes more sense. Stealth Rock is better. I don't know why I assumed spikes.
Or might do both.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to do both. So wait. No, never mind.
We also don't
Shame
have
we
anything
can't.
that can actually clear stuff.
Yeah, who needs clearing when you've got Dark Pulse?
Cause I'm coming up you like a dark pulse.
Okay, now they send out Bishop and No? Okay, so we Dark Pulse, I guess, and then probably get taken down before we can act because Mega Minute is so fast.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, Dark Pulse or, you know...
This is not something we can deal with very well.
No. I think our best chance is actually just try and get an Earthquake.
Agreed. Oh. I wonder what they're going to bring it. Come on. No.
Gengar no longer has Levitate.
I was too busy hoping for Bishop. This person just... Having a Bishop on their team is just permanently taunting me. Staraptor's going to
Start to go
down.
automatically die.
Yeah, so we want to save it for a switch.
Yeah. Pseudo Widow?
I think Pseudo Widow. Ah. It's fine, we've got a grass type to their grass type.
Is grass? Does grass resist rock?
Let me look it up because I can never remember. No, grass does not resist rock. However,
Leaf Storm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we might be about to get swept by a Superior.
I mean, it's earned it. It's a Superior. Pretty cool snake.
We've lost this one.
Just make sure that you at least send out Staraptor rather than forfeiting.
Yeah,
They deserve to win.
properly.
So, is it time to pick? Yeah.
Yep. Remember the
I suppose we have.
the one where they automatically forfeited wasn't part of the 3 matches.
Oh yes,
Um,
I miscounted. Okay. Yeah, Lapras makes sense as a lead. It won't get intimidated. Won't get intimidated by Klefki. Well, if only we'd gone for the physical Lapras, we could have outplayed them.
yeah. I might just switch into Ramadan.
Mm-hmm. It is fairy type, so Focus Punch won't.
Thunderbolt. Oh, hi, Gyarados.
It would be nice if Lapras had attacking power, huh?
Yeah.
It'd be nice if Lapras had defenses, huh?
Poor Lapras. We're just like, oh man, do you remember Lapras? That was a bad Pokemon.
Lapras has certain advantages, like it looks very rideable.
Yep.
Gyarados is fairly tough, but Lapras is particularly weak. To answer the question in the chat.
It's also a dark type. And we gave it a Focus Sash. That keeps happening.
That paid off nicely.
We keep forgetting that we gave things Focus Sash until they kill things.
It's very fortunate.
Haha! Our team is so intricate, not even we expect the moves that we've given our team. Fuck it.
You think you're going to switch?
I think that we're going to take 2 hits I'm not sure. I have some...
Okay, so what pressure does, to explain to the chat, it makes moves use twice as many PP, which is power points, which is the number of times you can use a move. You see underneath their move, for example, Calm Mind, it says 31 out of 32, because the maximum possible PP for Calm Mind is 32. So if we tried to use it, if we used it 32 times for some reason, we couldn't then use it a 33rd.
I have never seen a shiny Zygarde before.
Oh yeah, you can get one by event right now in Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon through Wi-Fi Mystery Gift. It's a very cool toothpaste snake.
I mean, toothpaste snake is the perfect way to describe it.
It's great. My team in Ultra Sun right now consists of like a level 10 Litten and some level like 2 to 7 starter route Pokemon and a level 100 shiny Zygarde that doesn't listen to what I say.
Oh, that is the most protagonist thing I've ever heard. Yeah, we've lost this. Zygarde got set up.
Well, it's earned it.
Yeah.
It had a while of being not a very good legendary. And now it's not just strictly worse Garchomp.
Okay.
I mean, so today we've had quite a number of Pokemon. We've had a Magearna who did some pretty good stuff. Spiritomb worked out pretty well.
So
Lapras did not impress.
The 2 that I would suggest are Klinklang and Magearna.
Magearna, I feel, could be a good asset for a team. Equally, Klinklang swept in a way nothing else did.
I think if we're going...
In a way nothing else has.
Yeah, I think if we're going by performance in this session, I think we kind of have to go Klinklang.
It's definitely today's MVP.
Yeah. So congratulations, Klinklang. You're going into the Pokemon of the Week. It's literally called the MVP team. Like, we can't not put Klinklang in this. It does mean that,
so we have...
yet again, we do have another physical sweeper.
But this one's got a gimmick and magic coat.
Yep.
which we never used but could.
Okay, so we have 2 more of these left. Are we do you know if we're doing it next week yet?
Yes, next week.
Next week sounds good. Cool. So we will see you next week for another exciting session of Ben and Mattilda fail to use Pokemon well. Alright, see you guys.
Bye.